Sheldon here from Farming Our Future, and I'm out in a rice field today flying the drone. I feel like every other video I've made, it's been flying a soybean or a cornfield, but guess what? Rice field this week. And this experiment, we're experimenting with cover crops and comparing that to just conventional flooded rice. So here behind me, we have a field that is, they call it MIRI, multiple inlet rice irrigation. So they have poly pipe that stretches from over there to the beginning of the field, and it goes all the way along, all the way down, and then it waters the whole field simultaneously, which is different than what they normally do with rice. They usually, in the past, just open up a head gate and it fills up this first levee, and once that one's full, it flows over into the next one, and then that one fills up, and then it would go over into the next one, and that one would fill up. But this is a newer way to do the rice, where you fill up the whole field at the same time, and that conserves water, just doing it that way. So instead of having water sitting there evaporating off the whole time while it flows and keeps going till the end of the field, you've got it simultaneously filling up each levee at the same time. If you don't know what a levee is, it's kind of like the rice paddy, or in California they call them a rice check. Either way you look at it, it's the section of the field that it's divided into to hold water for the rice. So the levees will hold the water, and that's the traditional way they do it. And over here on the other side of the road, I'll show you, they are working to do row rice. So you don't have to build up the levees like that. You don't have to have it exactly level. You can just plant it where your soybeans were the year before, and you're good that way. So this is the row rice field behind me, and this one didn't have cover crop. We have another field that has cover crop. So we're comparing the traditional MIRI flood, no cover, row rice, and then with cover row rice. And we're trying to see what irrigation savings we have and a bunch of other things. But this is row rice behind me, and this week it is in the reproductive stage, probably R3 or R4. If I can get out here, I'll show you. Ooh, it's kind of muddy. So luckily, row rice doesn't, you keep it wet, but you don't keep it like flooded. So it's more like a normal crop. So here's this. The seed head has come out on some of them. It's just barely poking its little nose out, but like these right here, you can see that it's got little teeny flowers. Oh, maybe. It's got the little teeny flowers. So each one of these individual sections, you can kind of see it up towards the top there. That's a rice seed. Right now it's not a seed, but it will form into a seed. And later on into the season, you can kind of see it's already drooping now. Later on into the season, it's going to droop all the way down because it just gets so heavy with that rice that's on there. So like I said, this week, this rice is in the R3 to R4 stage, which is reproductive. This week, coming to you from a rice field, row rice, MIRI rice. Yeah. And if you like what you see, or even if you don't like what you see, subscribe so you can learn more, and maybe you'll like it after. But love your soil, and make it a good week.